Awesome. Alright, people. Pucca back here. I apologize for the bugged replay. I did scan it a little bit beforehand, and it seemed all good, but... Well... I guess it wasn't. So, anyways, running at the 12 o'clock, it will be the orange Protoss Pucca here. His opponent will be the red Terran. It will be, I believe it'll be LML. So LML is playing random. That's cool. And another Protoss spawning here at the 3 o'clock as the white Protoss Apocalypse. Okay, so I'm going to go quickly change up the overlay, but... The thing you should know about Sun Gaze is that it is very, 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 very close quarters. So, you pretty much want to do your best to rush your opponent. It's probably the best course of action. I think we're in for a shorter game than we would have initially had, because, spoiler alert, that replay was going to go on for another 10 minutes or so, I believe. So that being said, just want to point that out here. So, Pucca is orange. The one thing I've never very liked about recording sometimes, though, I will let you know, is that sometimes your computer runs a lot slower doing other tasks, like changing the colors in an overlay, which is silly. But even so, I just want... Or changing the title of the map on the overlay is really, really annoying. Sun Gaze. This is why I need to hire someone to, like, go change up the overlay for next time. We have a 2-gate coming out of 2 Apocalypse. Like I said, I mean, it is a pretty close quarters map. And look at that. That's tight, by the way. Maybe LML realized how to tightly wall off. I don't know. Now, no one else has done it on this map because no one's as cool as I am. And we know how it really ends for me. But you can actually put your beacon all the way down here if you wanted to. Now, because no one's Zerg and there's only one Terran, I highly doubt Protoss will do that. And also, Pucca's already changed up his beacon positioning right here. Now, we might see what Holy Caw did, where he changed his beacon positioning right in the main base of his opponent to just bomb rush him, which is totally valid. It can totally work. The only problem is that it backfired and the opponent got his flag before he could get his onto his beacon. So the other thing is you don't really have units, but that is a tight wall, so he's going to be fine. Only issue though is if we have, let's say if this was if this was Pucca's opening where he's gonna get Cybercore up pretty fast, LML is definitely exposed. He's gonna have to get a bunker, but he's gonna have to fodder the supply depot, which is one of the issues of tight walling off against Protoss for sure. But if it doesn't, buy enough time to get a tank or whatever, I guess it's not the biggest blunder, but there's probably better ways to defend. Podon coming up. And I'm just wondering where the positioning of these players are going to put their beacons, because that normally kind of verifies how good the player is. Queerness definitely knew how to, position his flag very, very well. And that's how Terrans really normally do it. Protosses, obviously can't lift it. 1 kill so far, okay. I guess Protosses don't have such an easy time, and I guess Zergs can just dump over Overlords all over it to make it really, really annoying. But either way. Either war. Alright, so we have... Just gonna repair that. apparently the 5 damage that the probe did to the supply depot was worthy enough to repair it. That 1 mineral is, I guess, is just worthwhile, keeping repaired. 2 more gateways are coming up, so it looks like we're gonna have some pressuring coming up right here from Pucca. I'd expect him to pressure, then take an Expo behind it. This map is relentless. Reminds me of Guard's Garden. If you look at these natural expansions, look how big the choke is. Honestly, look how big the choke is. It's not easy. Even Terrans have difficulty really dealing with that. You do have you do have the third base you have a base that's inside the base kind of thing. But also to note, though, the natural and third bases do not have 8 mineral patches. They have gas, all of them. But the main only has 8, so you actually have less minerals than you normally do. So I guess it's a little bit more reliant on micro if you want to, you know, go that far to assume that. But pretty much means both players don't have as many minerals or as much economy off of 3 base as you would think on a map like Fighting Spirit or another regular map. Sun Gate is a little bit different. That's why I chose it. And this is what I was saying beforehand. Goons can get in range of this depot, and I mean it's gonna get foddered, but again, it's partially due to the siege tanks being able to get up in time. And the other thing, though, this is kind of the same thing when you're kind of like doing a 1-rack FE against Protoss, where you do the bunker, you do a siege expand pretty much, 1 barracks, CC, bunker, get down, throw down your factory, and then get siege check, and then get tank out. It's kind of serving the same purpose as the bunker does, where the bunker doesn't allow goons to run by, and that's really, well, pretty much actually limiting goons from running by in this case, but also that these SCVs can repair it while they're not in range of the goons. If they do get in range, that the tanks are going to be attacking. So just clear up any of that. And Robo is going down. Now we have 40 seconds for either of these players to throw down their beacon somewhere. And where is the beacon placement today? Beacon is going... We have an Expo going down here, which is peculiar in positioning right here. Can't find Tupac. He's not gone or anything. He's right here. And Tupac hasn't moved his flag either. Okay, flags have spawned. All right, and I know LML has moved his flag somewhere. Aha! The flag is right under that barracks. What a douchebag. Well, I still want to know where that beacon was for LML last game, because man, I just don't know. I looked everywhere of his vision and I did not see it. I guess it must have been under something. And wow, apparently does Orange not have any idea where Tupacalypse is? Yeah, maybe he doesn't know this map, and that can totally be the case. Even though I say it's the player's fault at this point, because it's been 2 weeks since I've announced the maps, or even longer. I mean, literally, you could be the most lazy person, not even want to play the map. Like, that's totally fine. I can understand that. I made, like, 2-minute, like, intro videos to these maps. Not only that, and it looks like he finally found Tupacalypse. Despite all of that, there's also just, like, a huge-ass picture I linked in the OP as well for each of the maps, so... But this map isn't even that complicated. You get the 12, the 10, or the... This is what, the 10, the 10, the 10, the 7, the... I guess the 4, and then... Or 5, rather, and then the 3. It's not that complicated. Kind of... I guess, like, the most evenly distributed bases, I guess. Okay. Now, what to expect from this game is... If all of a sudden Terran can get like all these island expos, it might be very difficult for players to deal with it. As you can just, like, literally speaking, you can just turn this whole base up. I mean, this is kind of like what I had, except this is a much better island to do it. Pretty much my well, hold on, actually. Looks like we have some pressuring going on from here. No, we have a zealot drop. Oh, does he know about this base? If he does, that's gonna be awesome. But I did... Oh, no, it looks like he's just going to try to break down the front door, which is definitely exposed. Don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong there. But, I mean, he's investing so much in defending his flag on a far-off location. So, actually, this time my Muka is really going to hurt a lot right here. And there's going to be more than enough units to really deal with this. There's not going to be enough surface area for SCVs to repair. He's desperately trying to get it repaired. Delta being dropped on to the tanks right there. One tank does go down. They're targeting the bunker, which is not what you're supposed to be doing right here. He only has one tank left over. LML might get eliminated, guys, or take a lot of damage right here. Now, there's nothing coming back in Tupac's response, as he probably just doesn't know what is going on right here. And, this is not good. He does have this other base, though. I guess he could theoretically just put up a crap ton of turrets and just, you know, play it from there. But He's trying to repair off the bunker, but I'm sure there's going to be another army back at home. Oh, we have a DT by Tupacalypse right here. And, oh, that whole mineral line is going to be completely exposed here. Do we have an obs out on the way? There is one in the main base right here. And is it coming up to defend right here? Why on earth is he sieging? Oh, does he have enough? Will he be able to hold this? Wow. All right. He's going to be able to hold it. He keep the tank alive. He's going to repair it. That's how nice he is to his army right there. That turret is going to go down, so DTs can still pose a threat. Especially where this DT is getting 5 kills, maybe even a 6 kill before the probes evacuate. Now he'll only get 5 kills, but very, very nice. And what this is, these DTs are going on the map, allowing for Tupacalypse to get a very good center map control. And, you know, pretty much just figure out what's going on the map. Figure out what his opponents are up to. Allow him to gather intelligence, and then from there, you know, make up a counter strategy. And Tupacalypse is taking the wrong base. I'm just saying, I mean, he's expanding into the opponent's base, like into, not to, but into the base, which is a little ridiculous. But I'm assuming Muka doesn't know about that base, as he wouldn't have taken this really open expo otherwise. It really doesn't make much sense when I think about it. And did that turret go down? No, he did repair it, or he may have rebuilt it. Alright, let's get put up more turrets. So, I mean, he's definitely bunkering up a lot right here. Now, I will let you know, though, that scouts can break this, any kind of really air, or we could see what was the guy's name? Wands did. He just got mass Corsair. I think it was Wands. Was it Wands? No, it was Caw. It was Wands or Caw, I forget. Where they went mass Corsair, and then they just stopped all, defense and then got a shuttle and picked it up, which is a really dick move to do. It's a very smart move, but it's it's so hard to kill off Corsairs once they get in the 30 plus numbers, and they de-web everything. It's just kind of hard to react to that. It's well, what do I do against that? You need a whole lot of Marines is probably what you need to do to counter that as Terran. I don't even know how you do it as Zerg. But despite all that, Terran is restabilizing. He's up to 3 bases now. And the more I actually think about this, I kind of like these basings a lot more. It's kind of more like an island map when I think about it. Because, the center map is completely exposed, where I would say Muka has center map control. But there's really no way for him to get a main army up to these bases. There's too many cannons. And the only time you're really going to be able to deal with this is if you get a really high, Stargate number, a really high, Starport number, or Spire tech. But, I mean, neither player is Zergs, or any of the players are Zergs. So, I like this, and it looks like we have some pressuring here. But I'm a little surprised. Those armies look a little even. Now, I'm wondering, because both these players are, I hear dropships. Alright, LML to Tupacalypse. No, we don't want LML. Muka is 38. So, actually, Tupacalypse has that better economy. And he also has, it tends to be a better army. Tupacalypse actually has a bigger army, yeah. Yep. Surprising. Alright. Because this is really all he has. He only has that many goons. If you look at this tab, if you guys can't see it, pretty much it's 11 zealots compared to 7 zealots of Muka, 10 goons to 8 goons, 3 High Templar to 1 High Templar, 2 Archon to 1 Archon. And also not defect. Oh, that storm drop! Oh no! Oh, that was tough. It wasn't like 18 probes, but nonetheless, it's still 8 probes dead, which is going to be, I think, another 2 minutes before you can get those all off of 3 Nexi. Or Nexuses. Whatever you want to call them. And I really like this by Tupacalypse right here. He's finding out where the other 2 mains are, and just a simple patrolling, which pretty much identifies where opponents are. Because in a free-for-all, you guys may have played in one, you may have not, but when you're in this Terran right now, you have absolutely no idea what's going on. You don't know if they have 5 bases, you don't know if they're 1 base and getting up mass scout, you don't know. unless you have scouts. But you want to know where those armies are so you can really position yourself in a good way. So, you know, do you want to go pressure across the map where his army's already in position, or is he out of position so you can counter push? You want to know that information, and do you want to know when you can drop onto their new expo and kill it off? It just helps out a lot with that, and in free-for-alls, it's really hard to get scouting information, because when a player where Pucca just has a better base positioning to take center map control right now, has center map control. I'm not going to say he's in the lead of the game. He can dictate center map control for sure, which is obviously very important. But, I mean, he's down in economy-wise, not to mention that he's also lost, you know, 8 more probes. I mean, if you're comparing it purely from Protoss versus Protoss, 49 to 31 probes, he's not even building anymore. Now, if you even compare Tupacalypse compared to LML right here, that's Pucca. LML, I mean, it's 39 to... Oh, see, that's not right. 39 to 49. So he's still behind in harvesters, but he has 15 tanks. So it looks like we're going to be gearing up for a large Protoss battle commissioning in the center of the map right here. I thought I was going to gearing up for an expo or something like that, but I guess not. Oh man, here we go. Protoss battle of the ages here. Nice storms going down. I don't really know what's going on. Tupacalypse, I think, has a better arc, but there's so many zealots by Pucca. A lot of the goons are in the front. Nice storms going down, really something up this army right here. And there's not a whole lot of storms from Tupacalypse right here. Tupacalypse is gonna have to go back right here. It kind of came down to those zealots in the front, I think, just because the zealots from the south side of Tupacalypse's army just wasn't enough. It wasn't really able to get in the army and do a good amount of damage. But the other thing, though, to note, though, is like if all of a sudden we just have, you know, LML just push across the map right now, like, he could probably just team over both players. Like, that's the weird thing about free-for-alls. Like, you could be ahead, and then all of a sudden you trade armies, or you trade part of your army, and then the third person comes in, which is why I love free-for-alls, and they're fun to cast. But I'm still waiting for someone to attempt to steal a flag. We have a 4th base going up for Tupacalypse here. Immediately goes down, putting down a pylon to follow that up with to put up cannons, or two pylons. And it's 100 supply for Tupacalypse, 116, and 93 for LML and Pucca. So LML is ahead in supply. But of course, I can quickly get skewed if both Protoss armies all engage at once or something like that. I think you change it in a free-for-all. I'm a little preemptive to say anything. Wah, wah, wah. But the only problem, though, with Tupacalypse's idea of DTs is the thing that sucks is that everyone's taking they're island hopping every other main base. Like, done. I think every island expo is taken, yeah. Every island expo is taken on this map, or high ground expo, whatever you want to call these kind of bases right here, where there's no ramp, there's just high ground. I always used to make maps with like a whole bunch of cliffs around them, so you had to like constantly jump to and from shuttles. And it was really annoying. But computers don't really do anything against them, so I always won, and I felt happy. And let's see here. 4th base being established for LML right here, so that's definitely going to allow his economy right here. A lot of tanks with +1. Upgrades could definitely be better. He is getting +2 is finishing. He has double armor, but he's never started +1 armor for his mech units. A 4th base go. And this is the thing that Troz did, and he lost after that crazy Group D stages. But, like, it's just such an open expo. I mean, Pucca has just not had a very well-off time really getting expansions, because once both players of these armies get very active, Pucca's going to lose center map control. I mean, he's had it. But I'm just saying, Tupacalypse and LML have both better economies, and they're probably going to be able to break down Pucca. I mean, Pucca has +2. Tupacalypse has a higher supply and +2, so they're about even in upgrades. And, I mean, that's a lot of Archons right here. If I can find out the army tabs before we initiate this battle It's, well, there's the numbers right there if you want to pause it before we get in here. But anyway, here we go. There's a lot of Archon getting in the mix there. A lot of just dead sounds coming from both Protosses. But those Archons are buffering so much damage right here. And I think it's going to be Pucca who's going to take this. And again, this is, like I said, better economy is just going to help out at the end of the day. Muka had center map control, but now for a duration of this game, up to 20 minutes, he's had center map control. But now he's dying to DTs up that far off third base, and it's just bad, poor positioning of his bases. And again, that might be because he may know about this base. He may realize that he can't do anything about it, so he's not doing anything about it. He may not know that that base exists, but he just hasn't taken the most smart bases, and this is why. I mean, have you ever seen so much red and congested in one area? I mean, this looks like a Terran, like, campaign base. Like, if you ever done, like, Black Sheep Wall on a Terran base, and you're like, how on earth do I have all those buildings? Like, this is looking like a Terran base that you see in campaign. Except they're not all organized, you know, smartly where tanks are, like, perfectly positioned and stuff. But, and it looks like Pucca is going to go in for maybe a kill. At least kill off the natural, which means he's going to be mined out, which may mean that Apocalypse will have to... Ow, 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 ow. Those probes are all dying. Nom, 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 nom. 26 probes have been killed off. GG by Muka. So actually, Apocalypse will get an elimination from this. So Muka got an elimination last game. And Apocalypse got an elimination this game. Alright. That's not bad. He's smiley facing of his elimination. But no one apparently has read the rule book about you're not supposed to early GG. You have to wait for the flag to be taken. But apparently no one wants to abide by that rule. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm not gonna get mad about it. Just be awkward. It's Community League. But that's the whole point. We're supposed to send some epic flag capturing action where this is kind of just turned into a free-for-all alone, and none of these players are really really doing much about the catch of the flag. Except for the only player that's really gone and really done this, like what you would see in a capture the flag match, is LML, who's really kind of just he's using the barracks and depots and everything else to really make it annoying to capture his flag. But we're gonna have a very long TVP right now, and I've never seen a macro TVP on Sungaze before. Or we're gonna see some really awesome dropship action right here. I mean, we're gonna have to be gearing up soon. I mean, both players are getting nearly maxed right here. I'm a little surprised that it's like 22 minutes in the game, and despite all of that, I mean, Terran's still not maxed. It's peculiar to me. And he's off of 6 factories. I guess it's only because he only have a 3 base. It may look like he's been off more. And again, I guess it's just the economy-wise. Yeah, I guess it's just base. I guess it's just not Fighting Spirit where you have like 3 fully saturated bases that have 8 mineral patches each with gas. Oh, but really, I mean, what's stopping from... What stops... Well, I guess every base is really taken except for this base that Apocalypse will eventually take. We have a carrier transition from Apocalypse. I'm surprised I didn't see that earlier. But he's probably getting upgrades in his main base from Cybercores. Let's see where his Cybercore is. Yep, there is plus something. Maybe getting shield upgrades as well. Now, alright, so we already have science vessels. EMP. Okay, that's a lot of dropships. Doom drop inbound. EMP is researched. So we'll have to see how it goes. But carriers, though, are peculiar transition because you get that air control, which, you know, really shuts down mobile mech play, which would be in dropships, which would be kind of like boxer style. I guess if you don't really want to call it that, but yeah. Oh wait, what do we have here? Oh, it's an obs. But he will just get in there just at the nick of time to verify that he's taking a new main base right here. Now, I mean, what? We have a nuclear silo going down? Oh, man. I am a happy camper right now. Do you know how ridiculous? Do you know how ridiculous nuclear silos are? The only problem, though, is he may max out before he can even make a nuke. Alright, so he's going to be gearing up for, I guess, siege dropping. I guess it's not the biggest drop, but it'd be kind of hard to move this whole army via dropship. And carriers are going to start getting in position right here. What are the upgrades? +1 armor, no shield upgrade. Which he's getting. Alright, he's getting all the upgrades going. There's quite a bank for Tupacalypse right here. And let's see if these carriers can really... I mean, there's nice kiting, I guess. I mean, these turrets are so spread out that they're really not going to really accomplish too much. There would have to be a lot of turrets right here. These tanks are going to be exposed right here. This is a time where you have no answer to carriers. This is when you decide to be like, yo, dude, I need to steal your flag, yo. Except it's kind of annoying because there's 4 cannons defending it, but still. Static defenses are imbalanced. Oh, kills off the dropship. All right, Goliath are getting in position here. But this map, though, it's going to be very, very nice to kill off these main bases, though, as you can just kind of, you can go to and from the bases, where you can just start harassing a lot. But, all right. I'm not sure if there was an EMP going down. It looks like it, but I guess that's just shield hole damage anyway. All right. Gonna kill off the depot. And maybe just send down the fleet. I mean, that's a really small choke point to really engage down for Protoss. These dang carriers. How many stargates is he off of? 4. Oh, he's max too right now. And like I said, he can just kind of hop from both bases right here. They're taking a good amount of damage, though. Goliath are very, very good for this predicament. And it looks like it has been fended off. Oh, 3 more carriers. That's going to help out. Do we have an EMP going down? That would definitely help. But Highlander or whatever your name is. But I don't really know how to say. He's kind of caught the carriers in like a quadrant of doom. Nice EMP going down, getting a whole bunch of them. But the Archon coming in here, they're gonna be able to do a lot of damage right here. They're gonna be able to buffer a lot. The SV, they're gonna try to block as long as they can, but there isn't really much for this base to really do too much. And also to note, there's only 1 mining base left, guys. Oh, no. It appears that Tupacalypse is doing a lot of damage here, and I'm not really seeing how on earth LML can really make a comeback. It's just because he has such a high concentrated amount of tanks. I mean, let's look at these army compositions here for a second. 32 tanks, 19 Goliaths. I mean, he has more tanks than he has Goliaths, almost double the amount, actually. And yikes, versus, 7 carriers, it's not that many, but just because there isn't a high amount of Goliath, not only that the Goliath are just spread thin all over the place, that they're just being able to get picked off. Drop ships inbound. He's going to try to, I guess, siege expand here. Oh, but being cornered from both places. Oh, no, this is not good. All right. He's still in range. Can he get the flag? That would be the interesting point here. Now he needs to go back and get some more flags going right here. He needs to get that flag immediately. And bam. It's kind of going to be like a base trade, guys. But look at that. The flag is exposed. How can you do... I did not know that. Look at that. You can apparently place it into a geyser. Like, what? You can do that? He's glitching. How could you? You can't glitch. What the hell, man? How do you take that flag? Can you take that flag? I know what he did. He actually, I don't really know what he did. There's probably some glitch to do it that I just don't know how you do it, but... Alright, let's see if he can actually take the flag. He can't take the flag. Oh, what a jerk. Alright, now he's getting down to the drop ships. How can you take the flag? Can he not take the flag? Wow, I guess he can't take the flag. Why can't I take your flag? That's such a dick move. I guess I gotta ban that. I've never heard of that. Sorry, man. What a jerk! Like, how do you get this flat? You don't. Oh well. Maybe I should DQ LML for that. I don't even know, but I don't think it really matters though, because I mean, 0 bases or like 0.1 base of Terran versus like 8 bases of Protoss, or 4 bases, I think, 4 saturated bases of Protoss. I think they'll probably win. Protoss will win at the end of the day, but you can't do that. That just makes it just a regular 1v1 at this point. Oh wow, that's a jerk move. I did not know you could do that, but Elmo has to show me that, because there must be a way to get it. I just don't know how you do it. Wow. Oh, okay. Do. That's what we call a dick move, yes. That's what we call a dick move, but this is where I presumably press the speed up button with the U key and watch if this flag ever gets taken. Because this is where we're just going to watch him get completely eliminated. What kind of question is, does Protoss have anything like a nuke? No, they don't. Well, no. They have Vortex. And they have Recall, I guess, can be a nuke. What's he doing? The pylon's being warped in. Ah, those cloaked wraith, man. Counter push coming from LML right here, and does it work? Okay. Being warped in right there. Kara should be able to clean this up, though. Granted, they're in an open area. Oh, whoa, taking a lot more damage than he really should be right there, but he's on a cliff. There's no comm set, I don't think, available, and he'll be able to clean this up. And look at that tank harass. That he's gonna be cannoning it. I'm confused. Like manor cannons? Or is he just really just trying to like... He's 8k banked. Thanks for protecting my flag. Like, this is like, no. Dark Archon now. They just mind controlled something, I think. Yeah. He mind controlled tanks. Well. I'm kind of glad I 2-timesed it, at least. And he just GG's. Well, new rule. You cannot do whatever LML did. Well, people on YouTube, it's been fun. So that means, Tupac got 2 eliminations this game, and Muka got 1 last game. I'll have to figure out the other eliminations regarding game 1 if I can get in contact, but the ones I saw on counts will be counted for. Sorry for anyone that did get eliminations that didn't count. Alright, anyway, so